Shabbat Shalom, family. Good to see you all here. Hope you're doing well. I tell you what, it had to be judgment. It had to be judgment on these Gentiles because I'm going to show you a location in California on Christmas Day. They had a mudslide, and there's still some flooding because it's still raining there. But, can you imagine on Christmas Day? You have to be evacuated because there are mudslides all around and your car is buried under mud, and some people are stuck in that situation. But this is what happened. This is what occurred in California. Right now where I'm located, we have freezing rain going on right now. So pretty much now all through Saturday, we're supposed to have snow and freezing rain. So the freezing rain has already begun. So it has not been easy for many people across this country. The weather has been something else. And they're talking about in the beginning of 2026, according to the Gentile calendar, we're going into the deep freeze here in the Northeast. So I'm not looking forward to that. So let me go ahead and share my screen so we can get started. Okay, please give me a 1 if you can see my screen. Thank you. Thank you.
Well, there's still some things left. Upstairs looks okay. Oh my God. I can't even get to the garage. Oh my God.
How much pressure right now is Governor Newsom feeling to really steer California residents through, this particular weather crisis?
I think an immense a lot of pressure because regardless of the cause of that fire, which he blamed, of course, on climate change, the fire occurred. These storms have occurred. If you remember the supply chain crisis with the ships off of Long Beach occurred during COVID. Mm-hmm. These are circumstances that came around, and the question is, how does he manage the response? He didn't manage the response of the supply chain crisis at all. It has done miserable with regard to the fires because we know that almost no homes have been built whatsoever. There's like only a couple underway or one that is finished. Now the question is, can he bring people together to create a consensus on the best way to deal with this? That is his weakness. He has no skills to bring people together to resolve things. The supply chain crisis and the Palisades fire proved that. And since he's running for president, he needs to demonstrate he can do that.
Well, there's still some things left. Upstairs looks okay. Oh my God. I can't even get to the garage. Oh my God. I'm gonna have to walk from outside. Oh no. Oh.
Wrightwood, California, mudfloods.
Wrightwood, California. Boy, them people's in trouble over there. Now, after that flood, boys has mudslides. That mud harden up, that's your new ground right there. You got cars under the mud. You got houses with mud up damn near to the top of the roof. Them houses are destroyed. And the killer part about that probably is you ain't got no mud insurance. Man, them houses, this gonna be gone, bro. Pull up the video and look at the mudslide and how it did them homes out there in the woods, man. You can't go back up in there. It's over with. That's gonna be a total loss, bro. Them houses is gone. The new ground is gonna be right where that mud done stop it. That shit done turn hard. It ain't nothing you gonna do to dig up all that mud. And for the longest that shit done flowed down, bro, that's your new ground right there, bro. Them houses and cars is destroyed. That shit'll never be back together. Put up the video if you think I'm playing. You know I'm not. Wrightwood, California. Out of there. New ground up. Sad, but you out of there. I'm out.
Broke the aqueduct. Yeah, there's no way. Well, thank God that happened. Look, more water starting to come. And this once was, the street how we got out of our house. That's our water main. This was a road. They're losing their house. Here's the other side of the road. Man, this used to be like 20 feet down. Now it's 20 feet up. Like 1 block away from our house. We're the lucky ones. Thank God we're the lucky ones.
A dangerous scenario is unfolding in Southern California as a powerful atmospheric river known as a Pineapple Express brings relentless rain and fierce winds right through the Christmas holiday. The National Weather Service has issued a rare level 4 out of 4 high risk for flash flooding, an alert used on only about 4% of days, but responsible for the vast majority of flood damage. This storm is dumping up to a foot of rain in some mountain areas, with evacuation orders and warnings in place for hundreds of homes, especially near recent wildfire burn scars where mudslides and debris flows are a major threat. Gusts up to 80 miles per hour, rare tornado warnings, and widespread power outages are compounding the crisis. Travel is severely disrupted, with flooded roads and heavy snow in the Sierra Nevada. While this deluge helps replenish snowpack and reservoirs, it comes at a steep cost, especially during peak holiday travel. Even as the storm tapers by the weekend, unstable slopes and saturated soils will keep hazards high. Stay alert and prioritize safety as California faces another test of resilience.
We have to talk about the massive mudslides happening right now in California. If you didn't hear, torrential rain caused massive mudslides and flash flooding in parts of California, specifically Wrightwood, San Bernardino, and Los Angeles. Nearly 10 inches of rain fell in just 3 days, which caused more than 120 emergency personnel to work overnight to evacuate residents as heavy rain caused dangerous flooding and mudslides. Homes and vehicles were submerged in mud and water, then solidified overnight. And now more rain is expected this week, which is why
a powerful storm battered California, triggering mudslides, severe flooding, and multiple evacuations. At least 3 people were killed, including a sheriff's deputy. It's a record-setting Christmas day for rain in the Golden State, and more is coming tomorrow. Officials are warning travelers to reconsider holiday travel plans, as dangerous conditions may only get worse. As floodwaters engulf a home in San Bernardino County, a rescue helicopter lands to evacuate the family that's stranded up on the roof. Tim Needham filmed this incredible scene.
We saw there were a bunch of emergency lights down at the end of the road, and we walked as far as we could without getting swept up in the water, and saw that there were people, that my neighbors that were on top of their roof, 3 people on top of the roof, just sitting there and waiting.
Similar scenes played out across Southern California today and yesterday. Roads turning treacherous, with mud and debris forcing the shutdown of major highways. On hillsides badly burned by the massive fires earlier this year, a deluge like this can loosen the soil even faster, making conditions even more dangerous.
In the canyon areas here, we have very steep terrain, and we have the creek here behind us. So the burn scar, it doesn't give water the chance to saturate into the ground.
Northern parts of the state were also slammed with heavy rains and wind that triggered mudslides in multiple communities. And in the mountains, huge amounts of snow blanketing the Sierra Nevadas. In Wrightwood, a ski resort town in the San Bernardino Mountains, officials issued a shelter-in-place warning for residents who didn't evacuate and now must watch as muddy waters course through their town.
There's a little low bridge there. That's the one that's completely covered, had a car in it, and that's gone now.
This colossal downpour, triggered by a storm known as an atmospheric river, also knocked out power earlier today for nearly 150,000 people. These conditions prompted California Governor, Democrat Gavin Newsom, to declare a state of emergency in multiple counties with the National Guard on standby. As this humid subtropical air from California blows across the country, much of the U.S. was unseasonably warm on this holiday, with temperatures in some parts of the Midwest and South 15 to 30 degrees warmer than normal, making Christmas for millions feel more like spring.
Wait just a second. We have one more thing to share.
We want to say a heartfelt thank you for watching and supporting PBS News.
Without you, we simply wouldn't be able to provide the news and the information that you trust.
So thank you from everybody here at PBS News.
Support journalism you trust. Support PBS News. Donate now, or even better, start a monthly contribution today.
San Bernardino's mountain communities are bracing for even more rain this morning, but they're already dealing with so many problems from this week's storm. Look at this flooding. It's unreal. They have flooding, mudslides, and washed out roads. So take a look at another angle. This was Colorado Street. It looks like a raging river. It is moving so fast. The storm washed away that road, even trapping people who live nearby. One man shared a video of what it all looks like now.
It's about head level. But I'm inside what was our road.
Yikes. Emergency crews are clearing debris, but some people don't have power or water. So, of course, they're hoping for calmer weather and finally a chance to recover.
Can you imagine these people planned their holiday? And I guess they didn't foresee this coming. This happened on Christmas Day. Christmas Day. So, no, you can't tell me this is not judgment. It most certainly is. It definitely is. And just the timing of the whole thing tells me it's absolutely judgment. So, y'all, no, it seems like ever since we got past 2019, and even they are telling you on video, especially when I do the ones on how many of them are without jobs and struggling, they even tell you there's no such thing as an American dream. They are struggling and they're having a hard time making it, even with two incomes in the household. So, no, that judgment is real. It is real. Betty Fedler I'm sorry, Felder. Thank you so much for the super sticker. I deeply appreciate your support for my channel. Uh, so, ladies and gentlemen, you know what the worst part about the whole thing? Many of these people probably will never see this as judgment and they'll just go on about their daily day and this is just some weather event. And no, it really isn't. It's way more than that. So, y'all, this is going to be my final live. Thank you so much for being here. I already have the Bible study for tomorrow scheduled, and, along with other lives that I'll be doing. So I will see you then. Thank you so much for your support and share the live streams. And of course, make sure you enjoy your Shabbat. Shabbat Shalom, family.